Hello beautiful ladies, and welcome to today's video where I'm going to be showing you how to get this July 4th makeup look. Now I love July 4th. It's such a fun time to be with family or friends and to celebrate America and see fireworks. I mean, what could be better, right? If you don't have a beer in hand, you're not doing July 4th right. And one of my favorite things about July 4th is the makeup looks that you can do. So I wanted to show you guys a makeup look that you could do for July 4th and hopefully you'll enjoy. So let's get started. So I'm going to start off by priming my skin. I just put on the Boscia primer that I've been using in most of my videos. I got that at a TJ Maxx. It was one of my discount makeup videos and I love it. I cannot put it down. So the next thing that I'm going to do is cover up some of my blemishes. Now, I was using a lot of concealers and that was working just fine, but I figured I would start using the Photo Focus Stick Foundation, and I kind of just draw it on my spots. None of these are active breakouts, so I'm not spreading any bacteria. And I'm gonna take a little sponge, the one that I use for under my eyes, and I'm just gonna blend that out a little bit. So the reason that I decided to use a mattifying primer was because on July 4th, I'm just going to assume it's going to be really, really hot out and we don't want to be sweating off our makeup right away. So I wanted to use something that was going to mattify me down. Now I'm not trying to cover these up really, really intensely right now because I'm going to put a whole layer of foundation on over this, but I do want to get just some of the pigmentation down. The next thing I'm going to do is go in with the Healthy Foundation by Physicians Formula. And I'm just going to paint this all over my face and tap it in with a damp beauty sponge, just so that I can get a nice layer of coverage, but it's not going to be cakey. Now I'm just going to go back in with that stick foundation on my fingertip, and I'm just going to cover up these blemishes a little bit more. I'm gonna go in with this L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer, and I'm just gonna put this on underneath the eyes, just a little bit because it's really, really pigmented and it will cover up basically anything you put it on. So I'm just gonna put a little bit under the eyes and tap it out with that same damp sponge I used to cover my blemishes. I'm also going to use this as a primer on my eyelids, so I'm just going to bring it up around. Now before this can move around, I'm going to go ahead and set it. So I'm going to take my Bare Minerals Mineral Veil Powder and I'm just going to go in with my damp sponge and I'm going to set that down. Of course, make sure that if there are any creases that you patted those out first so you're not setting creases. So I'm going to go in, check, repat, and then get a little bit more of that powder and go under the eye. And I'm going to go on the lid. So because my skin has been having some trouble lately, I'm going to use a more full coverage powder foundation. So I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus, and I'm just going to go in with a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to set my whole face. Now for the rest of the day, if you want to control your shine because you'll be out and about, it'll be hot outside, I have the Neutrogena Shine Control Powder. I really like that, and I go in with just a travel brush from e.l.f. and I can just go in with this and tap all over the face just to set everything down over the course of the day. Now I'm doing it now, but it's also just nice to go over your makeup whenever you're feeling a little bit too dewy or oily. And you can just kind of go in and set everything down. So the next thing I'm gonna do is go in with the Milani Baked Bronzer in Glow, and I'm just gonna go in with this like all over the face. I'm gonna go on my cheeks, and I'm gonna go around my forehead and on my neck. And the reason I'm doing this is because this is a really glowy bronzer, and in the summer we all wanna look like we've been outside and we've been bronzing, and this is a nice version of that because it's shimmery, which I really like. And I'm not really trying to contour. You can go a little bit into those, yeah, like what I'm doing right now, just kind of like hit this area just to kind of give yourself a little bit more definition. But I really don't want to look too defined on July 4th because, you know, you're outside and you're playing and you're with your family, so you don't need to look like cut. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of blush. This is the Lorac Pirates of the Caribbean palette, which I am obsessed with. It's really good for lighter skin tones. I don't think it would work too well for darker skin tones, but I find that it's really appropriate for me. And I'm gonna go in with this color here, which is Caribbean. It's pigmented, so I'm gonna tap some of that off. And then I'm just gonna go right on this apple of the cheek, a little bit behind the apple of the cheek, and sweep back. And the next thing that I'm gonna do, because this is like, oh yeah, we're just putting on blush, but the fun thing that we're gonna do, because again, summer and healthy skin and dewy, I'm gonna go in with this shade here, which is called Bold Spirit. And this is like a blush topper. And this is gonna make you look super, super like glowy on the apples of the cheeks, which is kind of fun. I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but it just makes me look like I got this shine on the apples of my cheeks, which is kind of fun. Then I'm gonna go in with Destined right on the tops of my cheekbones, and that's gonna be my highlight. And I'm also gonna put that on the bridge of my nose. So I'm just gonna quickly do my eyebrows. I'm just gonna take some brow pomade. This is the LA Girl Brow Pomade, and it's the only brow pomade I've ever used, but I really like it. And I'm just gonna go in with this little angled brush. I honestly think I got this at like Walgreens, but I love it. And I'm just gonna fill in my brows a little bit. Just fill in those bald spots. And I'm gonna set these down. I'm gonna set my eyebrows down with the L'Oreal Brow Stylist. And this is just clear. But it will hold my eyebrows in place all day when I'm sweating and playing outside with friends or the kids or the nieces and nephews, you know, the family. I'm gonna zoom you guys in and we'll move on to the eyes. So now that I have you guys zoomed in, we're gonna do something really fun on the eyes. So I'm gonna be using the Jaclyn Hill palette today, and I'm gonna be using the Milani Gilded Desires palette. So with the Jaclyn Hill palette, we're gonna go in with some of this really bright blue here, and that's gonna be a lot of fun. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're gonna go in with a transition shade. So I'm going to go in with this color here, this fourth color. I'm just gonna put this in the crease. So I'm going to start here, right on the outer edge here, and I'm just gonna blend that in like this. Windshield wiper motions and circular motions, just into the crease here. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this really sparkly blue shade. And I'm going to take it on a very small blending brush. And I'm going to put this on the outer V of my eye and actually above my crease. So let me show you. I'm going to tap it on this outer V here. And then I'm going to bring it up like this. You can see, I kind of like drew a line right now because I need to blend this all out. But we're just gonna kind of give ourselves that shape. Now with this same brush, I'm actually gonna go in with the red. Now the reason I wanna go in with the same brush is because I want to blend the colors together. Now I don't wanna get a purple, so I have to be careful about that. But I'm going to try going in with this Milani color here, this red color. I'm going to put this right where the blue stopped. So I'm bringing it in like this, into that inner corner. And you can see I'm getting a really good color payoff. But above the crease, and just where they meet, it blends, which is really cool. But where the colors alone, we're getting a true red shade. Now I'm just going to take that first brush that I used and I'm going to blend this out a little bit. Just along the edges so that we get that really pretty fade. So now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little pencil brush like this, a very small pencil brush. I'm going to go in with a shimmery white. And I'm going to put this right on the inner corner and I'm going to drag it in to the middle here. I'm gonna take this on my finger now. So I went in with the pencil brush on the inner corner, and now I'm gonna go in with my finger on the lid. So you can see we've got blue on the outer corner, red along this transition crease area, and then we have white on the inner corner and on the lid. I'm just going to blend out any harsh lines. And that's the top lid done. So now we're going to do the bottom lid. I think what I'm going to do for the bottom is just bring that red down on the bottom lid. And then right on the outer corner, I'm going to take the blue and connect it. So now I'm going to do a cat eye and finish off the eyes using my Tom Ford eye defining pen, curl my lashes, and put mascara on them. So the reason that I'm going in with mascara and not with falsies is because it all has to do with kind of the mood of July 4th. I feel like it's really fun to dress up and wear something fun that's patriotic and do your makeup, but at the same time, you don't want to wear something that you're going to worry is going to come off if you're sweating too much or if you get wet or whatever. So I don't really like to wear false lashes on days that I know I'm going to be hanging out and sitting in the heat and hanging with my friends and all that kind of thing. So mascara is a pretty good option. And generally, I don't really wear falsies unless I'm going out in the evening or something like that. So yeah, mascara is what I tend to go with generally anyways. And to finish off the look, I'm just gonna put on a red lip. Now I really love this red lip. This is from ColourPop. This is their Velvet Blur in Questions, and oh my gosh, my husband commented on this lipstick. He doesn't comment on my makeup, and he commented on this lipstick twice. I love this lipstick. And that's the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please subscribe to my channel and subscribe to my blog if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up and hit the notification bell. Let me know in the comments below, what are you doing for July 4th? What are your plans? Who are you hanging out with? What family are you seeing? And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.